Hey guys, Sam here from keycommerce.com, and in this video you're going to learn how to think like an e-commerce marketer. Really important when you're running any sort of campaigns on Google, Facebook, improving your website, and I'm going to talk about this now, especially in relation to Google Ads and Google Shopping, but pretty much this sort of stuff is so important when you're just running any sort of campaigns for your e-commerce store. So let's get into it, guys. So what I want to do is really set your expectations, especially with Google Ads, because a lot of people rush in and they think that immediately they're going to get huge profits and they're just going to make a lot of money. And this can happen, but generally it takes time, guys. So Google Ads takes time to ramp up and build those shopping campaigns. They need time to get into for the algorithm to start figuring out what you're actually selling. And then if you're using automated bidding, it takes time for that to ramp up as well. So what I recommend doing is just understanding this and not getting emotional. So really understanding that it is a long-term process and you're trying to build this profit-generating machine. That's the good thing about Google Ads is once you get it going and you start optimizing, it often grows and grows and it's going to get much more consistent results every single month than something as volatile as Facebook. And this is what I really like about it, but it does take time to get there. You got to put in the work, but it does deliver those returns for months and months, years to come. You still have to manage it, of course, and keep an eye on it and then make changes based on the market and Google, but overall it's much less volatile. And something to keep in mind as well, guys, is that even if you're spending money on your ads, you're spending money on your budget, and you may not be making money yet, you're still learning and gathering data. Some people think that it's a total waste unless you're making money straight away on the front end. No, you're using this to get all this data about who your customers are, what actually works in terms of strategies, and then you can start making these changes and optimizations based on what's working, based on the profit. We're going to go through that a little bit in this video as well. Usual timeline that I recommend to all stores when they're starting their Google Ads account is that it takes 2 weeks after pushing these campaigns live to get an idea of potential. So you may not be profitable or you may not make a lot of sales, but you get an idea of what sort of search volume is out there based on your ads, the keywords, your shopping campaigns, and it generally takes 4 to 6 weeks after that point to get it to profitability, to break even. So you're looking at about 2 months sometimes to get that point where it's profitable. It's at a much higher volume of sales, but it takes time to ramp up, and you'll see this with your own account. Sometimes you can come out of the gate really strong, depending on the market, depending on people searching, depending on your website, how well it converts. But usually that's what I'll say to people. We can get it done in 4 weeks, but a good measure to set your expectations is 4 to 6 weeks after that 2 week period. So about 8 weeks, 2 months. So that's really important, guys. The next thing is profitability. So we're trying to get to this break-even point where we're making profitable, and it is important to watch your revenue cost, CPA, and CTR. But I say here, profitability is even more important because it's actual cash that you will have in your bank account at the end of the month. Of course, you have to buy new stock, depending on what sort of fulfillment model. If you're doing drop shipping or if you're importing the stock yourself, doing 3PL, you'll have your own sort of cash flow dates that you have to pay for stock. But overall, your profit, that's what we really care about. And so that's why a lot of people go into their account, they don't set up conversion tracking, and they just focus on clicks, or they look at their store and hope to get sales. You need to set up conversion tracking, guys. So important. And you need to make sure you're tracking transaction values. I've got a video where I show you how to do all this for your Google Ads account in analytics. I'll leave a link in the description as well. But you want to make sure you're tracking profit generated. So no one else is really talking about this or teaching this the same way that I'm teaching it. Basically, you can create a custom column in your Google Ads account that shows the actual profit generated right there, campaign, the ad, the keyword, the shopping campaign, the product group, everything. You'll be able to see that profit generated. And I've made a video showing you how to add these custom columns and showing you the formula, which the formula here, you need to work out your own profit margin. I'll leave a link there's a lot of videos here. I'll leave a link to these videos in the description. My channel, I go through all of this stuff that really helps you build up your Google Ads account. It's so important, and I'm trying to just give you everything I possibly can to help you succeed. Another metric to look at is average profit per conversion. So it doesn't show you the total volume of profits, but it shows you, on average, for each conversion, how much profit are you making. This is really helpful for you to see because you can compare campaigns, because some campaigns may have the same amount of sales but less conversion. So the average conversion actually has a higher average order value. So this helps you to see and compare metrics like that. And like I said, we can create these as custom columns. I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Go check it out. I really recommend it. But the next thing, so that's all about the metrics, which is really important part of thinking like a marketer, is you get guided by those metrics. But the next thing is you need to understand online shoppers. You need to understand how people interact online, how do people buy things online, and especially how your customers interact online. Because you can have the whole market of all, like the whole world, on how they will, the whole country and how they buy online, but maybe you're selling to the older generation. Well, they're going to interact with the web bit differently to younger people. They're going to, they're going to expect things to be super simple. You want to explain things very clearly. You don't want to have a weird design on your store. You want to have, big buttons, big navigation, make it really clear. Be really honest and explain things. Don't try anything fancy. That's what you do for those guys. And so what you need to do is really figure out, who are you selling to yourself? And what do they do when they want to buy something online? Maybe all of your customers actually hang out in Facebook groups. Maybe they're in forums. Maybe they actually go to the shop and then Google while they're in the shop and Google the actual product and then actually buy it from your store online instead of buying it in store. It really depends on what you're selling, who you're selling to. And this is something that's so important. If you want to think like a marketer, you need to understand the people you're selling to, because once you understand that, it becomes so much easier to know what strategies to implement and how to sell to these people and what you can do to optimize and get better and better. So just like I said, how do these people buy things online? And the other thing to keep in mind is that no two customers are the same. So when we build these strategies, the cool thing about digital marketing is that you can create ads that target specific keywords. So if one person searches for, buy AirPods online, then your ad can say buy AirPods online. Your ad doesn't say buy headphones online because that's much more general. You're saying buy AirPods, Apple AirPods online. Make it really clear. This is how you can be much more customized depending on the behavior of that user. And this is how you can also add them to audiences and retarget people based on a certain page they visited, that sort of thing. But also keep in mind that you can never, it's not yet possible to easily create a campaign for a specific individual. There's always going to be multiple people picked up by that campaign. Let me try and explain this. So no two customers will be exactly the same, but your job is to try and answer those people, their questions, their objections, and solve their problem as best you can. And you don't want to go so general that you make a super general store that you actually don't help anybody because it's so general that it doesn't actually solve anyone's problem. You want to make it solve their problem enough, but it's also a volume of people that you can actually make enough sales. Something to also keep in mind, guys, is that these customers as well, they're all very different, but they're also at different stages of their journey towards buying your product. Some people may not even know that your product exists. They don't know that it solves their problem. And so they might just be searching on Google for more top of funnel terms. This is what we call top of funnel. They're people that are going there, they're just researching. Maybe you sell cream for eczema and they go to Google and search, how do I fix my itchy red skin? And they go there and they're just looking at how they can solve this problem. They don't even know that cream is the answer. Well, then you can have an ad that puts your cream at the top and you don't say, buy my cream now. You say, I do have itchy red skin. And then you take them to some sort of blog article, some sort of page that educates them on how they can fix this and then presents your product as the solution. See, what I'm doing there is, I'm not just thinking straight from an e-commerce bottom of funnel where I'm just trying to convert. What I'm doing is I'm thinking, who's searching for my product and who has bought my product in the past and what is their journey? And I'm going to go through the buyer's journey in a second, but there are going to be people that buy your products that come in. Maybe they know they need some eczema cream. So they search for buy eczema cream online and then boom, take them to the product page and then you can convert them at a really high conversion rate. And that's going to be much easier because you know that they know they have a problem, they know the solution. You just have to show that your solution solves that problem in the best way possible and you're adding more value than what they're paying for, basically. So here's the buyer's journey here, guys. You may have seen this before. This is some basic marketing 101 stuff. It is really important to know. A lot of people just try and ignore this and don't think about it, but this is a really good guide for how you structure your campaigns. So people are going to be coming through and, that's Facebook is really good at showing products to people that don't know they actually need this product or want this product. Yes, you can target people that they are in that niche and they do want that product, but that's a really beautiful thing about Facebook. With Google, what I love about Google is that it's got a lot of intent. You can really clearly see someone's intent. So someone's going to go to Google with a clear goal. I want this. I want directions for this. I want to find this restaurant, or I want to find this sort of product. And so your job then is to interpret that intention by looking at their keywords, creating audiences, and then getting them to the right page using the right ad to then convert. And this is all about, this whole video is about thinking like an e-commerce marketer, guys, and think about, okay, when someone searches for buy eczema cream online, what do they want? Okay, they want eczema cream. They probably have an eczema problem. They think cream is a solution. They're ready to buy with e-commerce. They want to buy online, so they're not looking to go to a shop. So you show your ad and make it really clear in your ad, buy eczema cream online here, or buy our brand eczema cream, or whatever. Like you test out different ads, but you're thinking, okay, how can we get this person to the right location? How can we solve their problem and then get them to that funnel and convert? And so they're going to be at a different stage: awareness, interest, desire, or action. So that you want to get them down to that action stage where they're like, yes, they have the credit card, like, yes, let's purchase. And so when you design your strategy in Google Ads, this is why shopping campaigns are really good, because it can hit people at all stages of the funnel, because you're not designing the keywords yourself, you're building the product feed, and then Google goes out and shows these ads to all these different people, and then tracks who clicks on it, looks at the click-through rate. And especially when you have automated bidding, they're looking at who's actually converting as well. And this is a really fantastic strategy to let Google take care of a lot of that for you. But I really recommend you think about it for yourself, especially with search campaigns. I've got a couple of videos on search campaigns too. I'm making some more very soon. But this is a really big thing that you can do to really think about where that person is in the funnel, and then get them to your site and solve the problem that they have in that funnel, and then get them to move down through awareness, just knowing they have a problem, to interest, to start, they're perking up their ears. Okay, this potentially could solve the problem. Desire, yes, I do need this product, and then actually taking action, letting them convert. Remarketing campaigns, that can be fantastic too, because maybe they have desire for this product, but they're just not ready to convert yet. So they know, okay, I need this product. I don't know who to buy it from. So yeah, then you can help them get down to the action stage. So yeah, like I said, think about who your customers are. Who are they? Even create a buyer persona. In my free course, I've got a course, my website, I'll leave a link in the description below, totally free, no catch, and it takes you through how to improve your website based on these customers. And it encourages you, it shows you how to talk to your customers and collect data, create a buyer persona, and then it shows you, basically, I take you through a big checklist of how to improve your product pages to get the maximum conversion rate you possibly can. But this is all part of it, is understanding who they are, and then how to sell to these people. I put here, do they already know the name of the product? This is huge. A lot of products that people sell, the customers know the product name. Maybe it's a certain brand. Maybe you're selling a skateboard. They're looking for a specific skateboard brand, and you sell them in your store. You can target that with a search campaign to target people searching for that exact brand. And you know that they already want that brand. You just have to get them to your product page, get them to convert. And you do that by making sure that product page shows that you have the best customer service, the best buying experience. You have all these positive 5-star reviews. You even have a video showing the skateboard. Man, this is what you got to do. And this is what you're thinking about when you're thinking like an e-commerce marketer and trying to solve their problem as best you can. So like this all plays into the next question. What would they expect to see on your website? So someone looking for that skateboard, they go to your website. They're not going to see a surfboard. They want to see a skateboard, and they want to see that brand. So don't send them to the homepage. Send them to the product page and show them that exact brand, guys. It's so simple. Don't send them to collections page unless it has all the different skateboards from that brand and they haven't indicated the exact SKU, the exact model number that they want. So yeah. Features and benefits as well, really important, guys. So think about that person searching for that brand. You're going to know your customers better than I will. And unless I, work with you and work with those customers, I don't know them as well as you do. You need to think about, what do they want to see on that page? Don't just create a page with an image and the title and the price. But you really think about, what do they care about? Do they need a guarantee? Do they need a refund price or a price match guarantee? Do they want free shipping? Do they want to see the unboxing experience? That's a bit rare, but some customers, they really care about, like a lot of Apple fans, they care about that unboxing experience. They buy products sometimes just to peel off that plastic, So, but think about what your customers care about. What are they looking for? What are their fears? What are their desires? And answer those on your website. And the other thing, the last thing I put here is, how can you make that buying process as easy as possible? So you don't want to have all these checkout pages. That means they have to click 10 times before they can actually put in their credit card. You don't want to make it really hard to actually buy from you. You want to make it as seamless as possible. A good example of this is there are some stores that are still asking their customers to create an account. Oh, this is so painful. I'll see that, and I just think I don't want to sign up and put in a password, and I want to check out as a guest because this is my first time communicating with your brand. I don't even know if I want to give you, all this, create an account and go through that whole process and then have to remember a password. I don't want to deal with that. Just let me go through as a guest. You want to make your process as easy as possible to actually purchase. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything here, guys, about what I've got here in just this video about thinking like an e-commerce marketer. There's so much to do here, and really, honestly, like it's something that you need to go through and learn for yourself. Watch all my videos, go through that free course. It's something that you're going to learn over time. It's a real skill, and it's really specific to your customers and your business. I've tried to really hammer that home in this video that you got to understand your customers, because like with all these questions here, once you understand exactly who they are, what they want, and how you can best serve them, it means now you start looking at these platforms like Google and Facebook, Bing, even organic traffic, all sorts of traffic, and you look at it and you stop looking at it as the solution, and you look at it as a tool. You look at it as a tool that you can use and pick which parts of that platform are going to best serve your needs, your goals by converting customers. Some businesses, they just kill it on shopping. Shopping is pretty much all they do, and then it's really hard for them to crack search ads. Potentially because the customers love to be able to see the product image before they click. And that really helps to qualify or segment in a way that traffic, so that the people that are clicking through, they already know, they get an idea. Okay, this is the product that I'm looking at. Yep, that matches whatever color they're looking at or what have you, and that's why it works so much better and it converts at a much higher rate. With search campaigns, it just has the text, so you can't communicate the full visual aspect of that product. You got to think about, once you understand your customers, which platforms should you use, and what tools of that platform work best for you. I was speaking with someone that had a store last week, and they were selling a product that it's a sort of product that no one knows they want until they see it. It's an incredible product, a gift that you would buy for someone else. It's very arty, and they're able to make these en masse. And he asked me, Sam, my Facebook account keeps getting suspended, and a lot of, maybe at the time of this filming, there's a lot of Facebook accounts are being suspended like crazy. Should I try this on Google? And I said to him, honestly, bro, this product, like, have you looked at the search volume? Have you looked at any trends? Have you looked at how many people are actually searching for this? And even then, just off the top of my head, what would I search? And honestly, I was thinking, like, I imagine there'll be very few people that actually know that this sort of thing exists and will go to Google and search for it. And this is an example of a product that he should go all in on content marketing, all in on affiliate marketing. So getting affiliates to work for him and advertise his product, like that's pretty much influencer marketing, and Facebook and Instagram. Those are the big ones, because he can show the visual aspect of this product to audiences, interest-based audiences that are interested in this topic but don't know they want this product yet. Classic example, how to think like an e-commerce marketer applied to his business. Anyway, guys, that's this video for today. I hope that was helpful. Quite a bit to go over there, but this whole topic is huge. If it was helpful, guys, please let me know in the comments below and hit that thumbs up button. I'll leave the links to those videos I recommended in this video down in the description below. I recommend you go check them out. Check out the other videos on my channel, because this thread of understanding your customers and thinking like an e-commerce marketer is through all my videos. I try and really hammer this home and teach you guys, because it's one of the big things that I see people missing when they just get obsessed with Facebook ads or Google ads, and they don't realize that understanding your customers and how to solve their problems is fundamental to entrepreneurship and becoming successful with your e-commerce store. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.